Hello and welcome to another Cars Ireland used car review. It's a freezing cold afternoon here at Walsh Motors on the Colmore Road, and we've got something a little bit special to show you today. This is a 2012 Nissan Leaf, which was the world's first purpose-built all-electric family car. So you'll notice a couple of things that are different about the Leaf. First of all, there's no fuel cap, because the Leaf is not just a hybrid, it's 100% run off electricity, so there's no fuel involved whatsoever. You just charge it up and go. And if you look around the back there, you'll also notice that there's no exhaust, because the Leaf produces zero CO2 emissions. And while you might think, great, that means no road tax, unfortunately you'd be wrong, although it does qualify for the absolute lowest rate of €120. So inside the Leaf has a sort of a futuristic feel about it. It's all very clean and green like the car itself, and while these light grey seat covers might scare some people with children, it gives the cabin a nice light airy feel. This multimedia sat-nav system is great. It'll show you where all your nearest charge points are, as well as doubling up as your sound system, and all the other controls are well laid out and easy to use too. It's got a great driving position with plenty of room for adjustment, and space in the rear isn't too bad either, and because there's no big transmission tunnel back there, your middle seat passenger will have somewhere to put their legs. Now, boot space is compromised by the batteries, but since they're essentially the reason that you're driving for free, we think that's forgivable. And it is still usable for a week's worth of shopping, plus the back seats fold down if you need to carry anything bigger. So now I'm going to take it for a drive and see what it's like to drive electric. So you just press the button to turn it on. And then you move this little bobbly thing to drive, which is your gear stick. And that's it, you're away. So the first thing you'll notice is the noise, or the lack thereof. It's completely silent in here, which is kind of jarring at first. All you can hear is the road noise underneath you and the tiniest little bit of wind noise, and even that's not too bad because the whole car has been designed to be as aerodynamic as possible. That's the idea of those funky, very angular pullback headlights. It's all designed so that you can cut through the air as cleanly as possible to give you this really, really silent, relaxing ride. I guess the first thing I'd want to know about buying a Leaf or any electric vehicle is, how do they work? How do you charge them? And it is a hassle. But it's all actually really simple. If you buy a brand new electric vehicle, the government will provide you with a free charging point in your home. Well, they will for the first 2,000 electric vehicles that are sold, and there have only been 700 registered so far, so you should still have plenty time. Now, if you're to buy a second-hand vehicle, this doesn't apply, and you will have to pay to get one installed. I got a ballpark quote of $999 plus VAT, but once it's installed, they're universal, they'll charge any e-car and you'll never need to get a new one. And after that, you just charge it up, much like a mobile phone. You can use the night saver electricity rate of 0.1 cent a minute, which works out at roughly €1 per 100 kilometres, which is pretty amazing. And aside from that, you have your on-street charge points, which are actually free at the moment. Now, they won't be forever, it's just until the ESB get their new card top-up system up and running. But for now, it's completely free. And there's plenty of them around too. You'll find them in shopping centres, petrol stations, on the side of the street, and they're rolling out more all the time. In fact, there's actually more charge points than there are electric vehicles at the moment. There's actually twice as many charge points as there are electric vehicles at the moment, which is a fun fact. But it just shows the faith that the government have in this scheme, because it is the way forward, and sooner or later we're all going to be in these. It's just a matter of when. But I think the Leaf would be a really good place to start, because aside from that, it just feels like a normal car. The handling is like any other normal car, like any other automatic. No gear change to worry about, just a very smooth, linear power uptake. And there is power, it does go. When you hit that pedal, you'd be surprised how quick it is. Quick and silent. It's mad. But it's great. So what is the catch? There really doesn't seem to be one. I know some people will talk about range anxiety and worries about running out of battery, but if you keep an eye on your display and how many miles you have left and where your nearest charge points are, that should never happen. Plus, on a full charge, it's supposed to do 160 kilometres. Now, even if it only did 100, the majority of people don't travel more than 60 kilometres a day, so the Leaf should be more than enough to suit most people's needs. And the best thing about it is they're not even that expensive. This 2012 model is listed at just under €16,500, which, when you think about never having to buy fuel again, is pretty outstanding value. It also looks great. It's different without being too out there, and with more and more charge points being rolled out and hopefully more incentives from the government over the next few years to get people into EVs, the Leaf would make a great starting point for anyone wanting to get on board the electric vehicle movement, because there's no two ways about it. This is the future. I hope you found this review helpful. If you're looking for a Leaf or an electric car or any car, make sure to check out CarsIreland.ie for a choice of over 40,000 new and used cars.